Hi FlossTube, I'm Joy.
I'm McKay.
And we are the Carolina Stitchers. And we're coming at you from a different location. This is actually, well, I guess behind my living room. So, and we are sipping on some tea, thanks to our super sweet friend Angie. She sent us a little care package and she included tea. We met Angie at StitchCon 2 years ago. It was the cutest thing. And she carries her kettle around with her.
Yeah.
It is adorable. She is precious and she sent us some gifts we can't wait to share. And right now we are enjoying French vanilla decaf. I think Angie's telling us to calm it down. So we're going to try. So we're doing that and we're a little bit later than usual. Did I say the date?
September 6th.
Wednesday. We are a few days late because last week we actually were dealing with a little bit of a tropical storm. It was no longer a hurricane by the time we're downstairs, so our puppies are with us. No one else is home. So by the time it came to us, it was no longer a hurricane. It was a tropical storm. So really the worst of it, we had a few tornadoes in the area.
Yeah.
And so we did take shelter a couple times. But other than that, we had some rain and wind. I think we've had worse thunderstorms. When you live in the coastal region, you're used to
those afternoons.
Pretty powerful thunderstorms on occasion.
Yeah.
So we did that. And we signed up for StitchCon B.
Yeah. Fingers
We're crossing our
crossed.
fingers. If so, this will be our 3rd year. That's exciting. And so we're just gonna wait it out and see. Last weekend was gorgeous. After the hurricane or the tropical storm came through, our weather was amazing. And so we actually took off to Stitchen, Kitten in Irmo. We met Rebecca and her daughter, and they are amazing.
So much fun.
Her store is so nice. We loved it, and we had a great fellowship with them. And they have a little stitching room where actually we don't know what that was. And we're gonna try hard not to hit the table because every time we hit the table it vibrates the thing. Yeah, so we're gonna bear with us. Like I said, new location. But anyway, back to the Stitch and Kitten. We had a fabulous time. Super sweet. They had a ton of stuff. And they had some stuff that I haven't seen in a very long time. She said they had actually shopped at a estate sale. Yep. And so we found some really great
cool stuff.
Treasures. So we're going to share that with you guys a little bit later. And we're going to go ahead and insert a little video that is a quick little tour of her shop right here.
This needs to be tagged and it was from something I cut earlier today.
No, you're fine. 7:31.
All right. Like I said, the weather was perfect. It just could not have been better. And we had a great time. And other than that, I think my husband and I had a weekend date. We had a day date one day. Went to Joann's and I found some fun stuff there I'm going to share. And went to the grocery store.
All the errands.
What people who've been married almost 30 years do. And I think that's it. What's happening in your side of the world, Emma?
Nothing much. I didn't get much stitching in this week. It was a lot of work. I got promoted at work, which was fun.
She did get promoted.
Yep, last week.
We're so proud.
And then, I don't know, my husband and I went on a couple just out to dinner dates and grocery shopping, and
That's
it's been
fun.
very easygoing.
Oh, we've been getting our capsule wardrobe together.
Oh, yep, that is
So
true.
that's a lot of fun for us. That just came out, and we don't get paid for saying this. We're not affiliated with her at all. But Allison Lumbatis, or Lumbatis, she is actually, it's called Get Your Pretty On, and she is the author of a capsule wardrobe planning that comes out 4 times a year. And Emma and I really enjoy it. It helps us. We really love to buy clothes. For us, it's not so much maybe about the actual styling. I think we do pretty well with that. But it's the fact that it helps us to keep a minimum on what we have. And then when we travel, like we do have a trip coming up, we're able to pack light and get several outfits out of it. So that's been a lot of fun. We've been shopping. We went to the mall in Columbia. So that was fun. And like I said, with our little capsule wardrobe, I actually bought 1 thing, and Emma, I think, just bought 2. So we're able to reuse it, and we have a lot of fun with it. So that's been something fun that we've done. And other than that, oh, Spooky September is coming. Our first episode will be Friday. Like I said, our tropical storm delayed us just a fraction. But that's coming up, and we're hopeful to have 6 episodes.
Yep.
I think that's pretty reasonable for us, don't you?
100%.
So we're going to do that. And I spoke with Kathy the other weekend of Two Needles Pulling Thread. Her daughter relocated to North Carolina, and I'm in South Carolina, although I'm originally from North Carolina. And we actually have a stitching group, Tarheel Stitchers.
I think so.
I'll put the link below. Facebook, Instagram, all the things. But anyway, I was talking to Kathy, and our needle workshop in Myrtle Beach, it's actually in Surfside. She said October 21st, they're having sign-ups for a February retreat, and Emma Kay and I we're going to try our best to get in on that. We'd love to see Kathy, and we'd love to meet her daughter. And the ladies from Barefoot Needleart are amazing. They have a Facebook group as well, and they go live once a week. Updates to the shop, what they have going on, retreat information. So we're going to try to include all those links below for you guys. And other than that, I feel like we've been super low-key. We had to delay our family dinner last week. I didn't want the kids out and about in a tornado.
Storm,
yeah. And again, I say kids, and they're over 20. They're not. They're still my kids, though, right? They're always your kids. So I think that's about what we've had going on. Everything's been going good. Pretty good. We have the house to ourselves for about an hour this morning, so we're going to try our best to keep it. We do have a whole lot to share today, though.
We got some hauls.
So, and I have been whipping it up.
I've not been whipping it up, but
oh well,
got a lot of hauls.
You're working hard. You don't get a promotion for doing nothing.
True.
So, oh, and I was going to say that at the end of our video, we're going to include, one of our subscribers had asked for a Pandora little tour.
Our charms.
So we'll let you know at the end, so you guys can sign off if you're not interested in seeing that. She just wanted to see some of our charms close up, and we thought that'd be a fun deal. So we're going to do that, but we'll go ahead and get started with our whips. Again, we're home alone with the dogs, so you may hear ticking
and some snapping,
a little barking. If it gets too out of hand, we'll
have to
cut it. We'll cut it out of the video and
restart.
Well, maybe not restart.
Like,
I thought you said we couldn't restart.
Pause and then add.
We'll just clip it right out of there. I think that's what we'll do. But okay, you want to get going on your whips and
yes,
you get started. Oh, I'm like, don't shake the
Shaking
table,
it
and it's
out.
like bling, 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 bling.
Okay, so I started, which I mentioned, I think it was last FlossTube episode, about the glow-in-the-dark DMC. I'd never worked. Oh,
You just had to share. Happy Halloweeny, and you're going to see how rotten the weenies are today.
Well, with this one, it was the glow-in-the-dark DMC, and I didn't realize it's kind of tricky to work with.
Gosh, it's a pain.
I didn't know that. And I think with the fabric I chose too, it's not really a stiff fabric. It's definitely more, I don't know.
Picture this plus, so it has a lot of movement to it.
And it was not helping me. So I started with, this one's just Halloween Friends. It's a Krynic pattern, just from a magazine designed by Ursula Michael. And I started on this guy. And I was changing him up a bit because I'm using just the plain DMC. I forgot what color it was. It's just a glow-in-the-dark white for the ghost.
It's like E.
It's like E940. I've got it written down. I can add it. It's not in here, but I'll add it.
Did you get it on
At Michael's. So I can just put it in the description.
I ordered a whole like 6-pack a while back, because I did that one Glendon's place with some of it.
Oh yeah.
A 6-pack a while back on Amazon.
I need to do that then.
So
but I don't know, because it was tricky to work with. So this is my first go of it, and it just was not laying right. I have like some string that's somehow sticking out of there. So I was like, not doing it. And so
I think that picture is Lagoon.
I gave it
that's the name of the
Lagoon. And I think it's just a 14 count Ida.
You think it would be easier if you just did one strand?
That's what I'm thinking, because it's thick and it just, I don't know if I like the way it's laying. So I started with that and then stopped, just because I was like, got to figure out a new game plan for that pattern. Because I love the pattern, love the glow-in-the-dark floss, but Definitely need to come up with a better way to work with it.
I think one might be helpful.
I'll try that. And then this one is Waxing Moon Designs. It was actually a gift from Angie. It is Black Cat's Halloween. I have started on this one, the little cat jumping over the jack-o'-lantern. We've got him going. And this is just on a neutral 14 count Ada. It was a scrap I had. Hope you can see all my crazy floss. Boop. So I've gotten that. And it all is like the called for, excuse me, is 310. So that is
We
what
love
I'm
us some
stitching
310.
on. Yep. So I started that and then
Beautiful.
got one more.
Do you see my reading glasses anywhere on this table? Am I that blind?
I
I
do
had
see
them.
them.
Okay.
I cannot. Unless they're under something, one of the magazines.
That's okay. Who needs vision?
I got
I
you.
thought I was all ready. Oh, sorry.
No.
You hit the table. Oh God, that scared me. Okay.
So this one it's designed by the Witchy Stitcher. I don't have the cover page with me, but it is the Stephen King house. So in this house, every room is like a different Stephen King book. It is stitched on 14 count Ada, Stormy Gray dyed effect by Fabric Flare. And I finished Christine the Car. So she's done.
Is that one of your not favorite movies?
Yeah, I'm just not a fan. I can't get into it. But I love all this other stuff. And then I just started working on the border for the Shining House. So that one will be later to come. I haven't started it. It's just the border. But yep, I will work on that some hopefully today.
Is it the
I've got it all
twins?
kitted up. No, this one's Jack and then Wendy, his wife. So yep, those are all my whips. I didn't do
the twins
much.
with some red room.
I have another whip, but it ended up being an FO. So I'm gonna wait.
Oh, good job. Emma. Well, I made up for that in the whip department. Remember I showed you guys a while back that I had over probably 3/4 of this finished. It's the Glendon's Place, the Witch's Will. And you'll see that really Glendon's Place is one of my very favorite designers of all time. Anyway, I had probably 3/4 of the way done and I was a stitch off. And originally the way I started it was kind of just like a quarter at the time and I would move over. And then I realized I was off and so the center was no longer gonna line up. So I purchased a new quarter of Solar by Picture This Plus.
I love that fabric.
And I restarted it. Let's see, let me move my tea so I don't end up tea dyed. And this time I'm starting in the middle.
Oh, just to make sure it's all.
So I'm just gonna work in around.
I love that.
So I absolutely love it. And it is, the whole entire pattern is with 310. So if you are traveling, that's the way to go. Pick out something that just needs 1 or 2 floss and then you can easy pack it up. I worked some more on Stitching with the Housewives, September, which now we're in September, right? Yeah,
We are.
way in. Got some more of that done. The only thing I changed was the orange. It called for marmalade, and I think I'm using copper penny, maybe. But
Oh, that looks so
it'll be
good.
super cute.
Is that mushroom?
This is ale.
Ale.
No, this is Wren.
Wren.
Picture This Plus 28 count Lugana in Wren. Our puppies are trying so hard to be good, but they're Dachshunds, so it's really against their nature. Alright, that was a kit. Oh, I worked some more on the Buzzard's Roost in.
Ooh, I'm excited for this one.
Oh no. And I am so close to a finish. This is Praiseworthy Stitches, Buzzard's Roost in. Only thing I changed was the fabric. I'm not sure what this called for was, but I opted for Murky. So I worked some on that. And now I think all I have left is to add the buttons and to finish the fence. I did finish the trees.
Ooh, that looks amazing.
I don't know, is this in the camera?
Yep, it is. You can probably scoot it a little bit more. I can hold one side.
And then this is what I'm working on. I finished those 2 trees.
That looks so good.
And now I just have to finish the rest of this fence. And we're going to be ready for framing.
I love all the little vultures in the trees. I didn't notice that before.
I have back stitching and buttons. I saved all of the like cobwebs and that for the end because I'm always so nervous that I'm going to pick it just when I'm stitching. So and the fence is kind of boring. And so now I'm telling myself like one strand a day until I can get the fence done. And it's kind of a large project. You don't really want to carry it around. But next, I am working on Welcome Pumpkin from Stitching with the Housewives. I don't have the cover photo, but this is a few years old, I believe. I'm using 28 count Lugana in Shadow, and I believe I'm using all the called fors. So, I really like it. My only issue is I cannot stitch on this. Of course, you can see through it really nicely now because it's daytime.
Yeah.
But I cannot stitch it at night because the holes just disappear. But I love how it looks on the Lugana. And again, picture this plus
beautiful.
Shadow. That's my favorite chalkboard. It's not a chalkboard, but it's my favorite chalkboard-esque fabric. So I started on that. Then I continued work on my very favorite project. Whenever I put this project away, I feel sad. Like if I was a monogamous stitcher, I would just stitch this all day, every day. I would never get tired of it, and I'd probably end up with a finish. This is Glendon Place Autumn All Around. And again, I have all the thread, and I also have I ordered on her website. She has a pack where you get all the Krynic and all the buttons, which I've used some of the Krynic, so it's not in there anymore. But you can go right to her Glendon Place website, and for all of her items, you can buy the embellishment packs. So I got some more done on this, and I love it.
It looks so
I love
good.
the colors. Every leaf is 4 different DMC. And I can't remember what this is stitched on. It is a picture of this plus, and it has a very slight modeling towards green, I would say. Maybe like vellum. And I go ahead and I back stitch as I go. And I've added the Krynic.
That looks so good.
Which I love it. And like I said, I feel a little twinge of sadness. It's true.
Keep stitching it.
Every time I put it away. But then there's so many more that I want to get a finish on. But again, it's Autumn All Around, and she has an all around series. I'll show you another one that I just kitted up at the Stitching Kitten when we get to fall. And then I ran out of floss. This is a freebie. Plum Street Samplers Coffin Buzz. If you will link her website below, or Blogspot I think it is, and you can print it. I just have I don't have the picture. I just have that. But I'm doing it in, I think it was General Arts espresso bean, and I ran out.
No.
It's on 28 count Murky.
Oh, I love that.
Isn't it so cute? So I'm hoping on our trip that, I wish I'd have known that before we went to Stitching Kitten, but
I know. I should have made a better list of what I needed.
I felt like we made a good list. But it's so cute, and it's gonna say, I know it might look a little spooky, but it's really funny. It says, "Here lies my sleeping body, as lifeless as can be. If thou shouldest bring me coffee, I would spring to life with glee."
I love that.
Anyone that knows me knows that springs me right to life.
Coffee is key.
And I am super full of glee when that happens. But I think that is it. Those were all my whips for the last week and a half. So, one more thing. I'm doing a stitch along. This is actually my first stitch along with someone other than Emma Kay. And this is that's a stitch alone. But anyway, this is a stitch along. And it is Plum Street Pumpkin, SAL. And I'll leave the hashtag below. And it's with Textile Crafts and the Scrappy Chick on Instagram. And just pick a Plum Street, a fall or Halloween. And I picked Salem Sisters, which was a gift from my friend Angie. And I am stitching this on Nessie. Picture this plus Nessie. I really like Nessie because it's blue, but it looks grungy.
I love it. That's perfect for Halloween.
And so I'm stitching it with the called fors, Black Coffee, Wisconsin Woods, and Bramble Bush. Sorry. This is true story. I usually just like keep it there and just like pick it as I go. Goes by really fast. You know the cool thing about this, I was talking to someone yesterday on Instagram about it. When you look at the pattern, Plum Street samplers, their patterns are always so complete. Like she goes over and beyond. There's always usually like a little scripture on there. Well, with this one, there's 13 hidden stars. Not so hidden for the stars, but a witch's face.
Oh.
A hidden witch's face. I found it pretty fast, but it took everybody else a minute. But isn't that fun?
I love that. I'm
love
gonna
that.
see it when it's finished.
So
I think I see it.
if you want to join along, the hashtag is below. It is on Instagram. Just pick out a Plum Street Samplers, fall or Halloween, and tag Textile Crafts or the Scrappy Chick, and I will have their information below as well. And come stitch along. I think it runs through September and October. And I'm pretty sure that they're actually doing a couple of giveaways at the end to participants.
Ooh, I might have to get started.
So you may want to drag out see what you got going on for Plum Street. So that's where we're at for this house. And I had no FOs. I do have a previous fully finished object.
One FO, which I've got the actual name of it. If you want to show.
Oh, okay. This is from just Cross Stitch Magazine, and it is Hands-On Design and Priscilla Blaine. And so I stitched this several years ago. It has I believe there's 6 total. And it is on shadow, but it's an Ada, crystal Ada, picture this plus. And I have this, if you go to my Instagram, I have some little pictures from just my little vignettes and things around the house. And I have this included. I have it leaning up on a white chalkboard. What's it called? Perpetual calendar. And so that was a lot of fun to stitch, and it was pretty quick. I have some more crystal just because I liked stitching them on that. I like the effect of the crystal, but holy cow, that crystal Lugana, because it has a faint, has that little crystal line through there.
Oh yeah.
And if it's that dark Lugana, whew, I cannot see one square of it, even in the daylight. So that was me. I didn't finish anything because I worked and started on all the things. And I'm going to finish everything for Spooky September, you know?
Facts.
So that's coming up.
So I have one FO. It is When Witches by Stitching with the Housewives. It's part of their tiered tray tidbits.
Ooh.
This is stitched on Adam Ranch Fabrics Granny Smith. It's 14 count Ada. And that is the finish. I did all the called for. I wasn't sure how I felt about this fabric, but I felt like it made it look kind of spooky.
It looks super bright in the camera, but it's not that bright.
Oh yeah, so that is my
It's a little
FO
more
for
mellow.
this
And it has
week.
some good modeling in it. I love that, Emma.
Oh, that was cute. But yeah, that was my FO. So
Good job. How about your haul, Emma?
I've got a lot of haul. I'll start with my non-stitching kitten haul, just to keep that separate if I have all that to do.
We're like that meme. We have like 15 drinks each.
Yep. Don't want to spill
Try not to
everything
shake us to
down.
death.
Yep. So this is sorry if you hear the recording. I gotta open this all the way. So this was actually a gift from my mom when she was out at Joann's, because I'm starting to learn how to sew, well, attempting to. And so she got me the Love Sewing magazine for, I'm not sure what month, I'm assuming.
The
This
most recent
month,
issue.
yep.
It's still on the stand.
And so it's got all these different patterns and tips and tricks. And then it also came with several little starter patterns. So I'm gonna pick one of those to start on, and
I was actually in the
Hopefully get to sell
checkout line at Joann's, and I was talking to a lady that's standing behind me about the magazines. We still love magazines, and she actually is a seamstress, and so she said she highly recommended that for Emma, and I picked it up. And she also told me to tell Emma to never spend more than $2 for a pattern.
just good advice.
She said they're always on sale. Walmart, Joann's, something like that. I'm pretty sure I bet Hobby Lobby has patterns too. We've never looked in
yeah.
that section. But
Do that next time
that
we
was
go.
her advice to Emma Kay, and so she recommended that, and I picked it up.
I'm gonna get to sewing.
She was super sweet.
And then these are actually from the Dollar Tree.
Oh.
Yeah. And so they're just cute little like potions.
I love those.
Which I thought these were adorable.
And they're
So I
pretty
got
thick.
These two. Oh yeah. They're just like a wooden
And
little
painted on the side.
palette. Yep. And the little
I love that,
twine.
Emma.
And I also got this one. This one's the bone broth. So I thought these would be cute for maybe a tier tray or maybe to finish. I would have
Yeah.
to see because I really like the glitter and the design that's already on them.
Mhm.
But yeah, I thought those were adorable. So I
I
got
love that, Emma.
those. My last part of my haul that's not from Stitchin' Kitten. This is from an Etsy shop called Caffeinated Cat Crafts.
I haven't seen those
And
in
she
person.
does a bunch of little needle minders. So I picked out 3 because I love needle minders. And I just thought these were
love that.
super cute. So yep, I got those from her Etsy shop. It's Caffeinated Cat Crafts, which
Nice.
we'll put that in the description.
I love that, Emma.
Yep. So that is my
Super
haul.
cute.
That's not Stitchin' Kitten. And then now to get on to the big haul. Let's see.
Cool. We're gonna try not to shake you to death.
Yes, sorry. Got a lot of stuff. So I started just with the basics. I got a Q-snap, 8x8. Never have too many of those.
Her father told me she needed more Q snaps.
Like I have 3
He
though.
stopped by the house. He was like, "Do you have extra Q snaps?" Emma needs Q snaps. I was like, "Emma don't have to get her own Q snaps."
So I did get my
She
own.
did.
And this one, it's a little, I thought it was just a little magnet for your needle, but it's actually a needle sharpener. So got that. It's a little macaron. And there's Ruby Doo. Little crazy hot mess express. Oh,
okay.
she's like, too much.
You're making your
No
first
paparazzi.
appearance. Don't interrupt your mama.
And then this now is, well, I'm in the Stitchin' Kitten haul, but I'll get into the patterns. So this first one is Bent Creek. It's Boo, and it's a whole kit. So it includes linen, the floss, the tuckaway bag, buttons, and more. And so this is what it looks like. And so it's got the whole
I love that. Do you
little
want to take
kit.
that out?
Yes. Like this will be perfect for
I
some
think we
candy
started a
corn.
revolt. Go lay down.
So this is the little bag. It's already sewed, so no sewing involved.
And we're,
Take 2, so.
and we're not haunted, Emma.
But
I don't know what happened. It froze
It
all of a
just
sudden
glitched.
and disappeared.
that is, it's Bent Creek. It's the Boo tuckaway bag. And so it came with the
I
bag.
was telling her back in the day
pattern.
there used to be a lot of ready-made kits that you could buy for a super easy finish. And it came
It's
with
got
everything.
the fabric, which this just looks like, this looks like maybe it's a linen, not a
Yeah, it's a
Ada.
little like natural linen. How cute is that? I told Emma if she didn't get it, I was gonna.
stuff. Oh yeah, I definitely got it and put my candy corn in there.
I love that, Emma.
So that is the first of the patterns.
So yeah,
Don't
she
lose
had
any of
Liz
this.
and Kate.
Oh yeah,
I'll
all
show
the
you some of the
faves.
items I picked up.
Which this next pattern is a Lizzie Kate pattern. I actually had it in my cart on eBay and she ended up having it in store. And so it's Lizzie Kate Nevermore. It's one of her snippets. And I just thought it was
I love
super
that.
cute.
That's gonna be so fast.
Yeah.
Maybe you can take that on our trip. We'll tell you all about our trip
Definitely.
here in a minute.
And this one, so they had any beach theme, Jiffy Buffett theme stuff on sale just because. Jimmy
Rest
Buffett.
in peace, Jimmy Buffett.
And so I ended up getting, this is a Mill Hill Buttons and Beads Spring Series. It's a margarita. And
What's
it's
your
the whole
favorite Jimmy
kit.
Buffett song, Emma?
Probably the Margaritaville.
Mine is definitely Cheeseburger in Paradise.
That one's a good one
I
too.
love that one.
But it came with all the buttons, which I've never stitched with buttons before, so I might need
Oh
to
yeah, that's gonna be super
assist
easy.
with that because that'll be something new. So I got this pattern. And then this one I thought was super cute, which you actually found these for me. 'cause you've got
Anyone
the
knows
Halloween
us, we've
ones.
had a whole pedal pusher drama.
Oh yes.
Is that what it is?
Yep, pedal
pedal
pushers. And this is part of the
No
Beach
drama
Day
on her
series.
side though. Drama on our side because I probably started the collecting the Halloween series about 4 times.
Yep.
I never had all of them until Emma finally bought
All of them, but now we've got a bunch of extras. So.
And the Christmas.
But this is part of
These are
the
new.
Beach Day series. Yep. And so we've got Sun Loving Sheep. Which I
Oh
thought
my
he was
gosh.
super cute.
So cute.
And then we've got Hang 10 Heifer. Oh my goodness, he is
I think of Floss Boss
adorable.
and Cousins needs that one. She loves that. Heifer.
Scuba Stallion.
Love that.
That one's cute. So again, these are the Pedal Pushers, the Beach Day series. We've got Sandy Swine. He's super cute. And these are designed by Barbie Tinsley as well. And then lastly, we've got Patrolling
Oh
Poultry.
my gosh, this is
they're
my
little,
favorite.
Little chicken lifeguards.
On
How
a
cute.
Lifeguard stand.
Yeah.
What in the
So I thought
world?
these
And a
were
little crab.
Super cute.
It shows you on the back the whole set together.
Yep. So we've got all of them, which I think I'll probably stitch them like this all
Yeah, I do
together.
too. I love that.
Yep. That is the Pedal Pushers Design Beach Day series. And then I've got some Heart and Hand. I got 2 of the Tiny Towns that I didn't have. So we've got the Christmas Tiny Town by Heart and Hand. So I'm excited to do that one. I love the colors in that
Yes.
one. And then this one is the
Brand
Harvest.
new.
Yep, brand new
That's
Harvest
really
Tiny Town by Heart and Hand. So I got this along with the little extra tidbit that came with it, the Harvest Frill. So it's Harvest Frill by Heart and Hand.
Yeah, I was telling her how they all come with an extra
Little
pattern,
design.
which means you probably have a couple patterns you need to find.
Oh yes, 100%. This one is, which this I believe was in the market, wasn't
Yes.
it? Yep. And
I
so
believe she's new.
it's
Little
Little
Robin.
Robin Designs, Pumpkins Alight. And I thought this one was very nice, like a classic Halloween. Sorry, that's mine. Ruby, chill.
Ruby Dooby, it's okay.
And then this is another one, it's Ink Circles, which this was actually 10% off as well because it's 5 o'clock. Ink Circles. Which I thought, I love the colors on that one. I thought that one was funny.
Pam from Just Keep Stitching is stitching that.
Ooh. So we got that. Sorry about the glare. And then this one's super cute, which you actually found this for me, and it came with all the buttons. I love the
I have
buttons.
several of these.
It's Sand Socks, Shorts, and Such. Raise the Roof. Yeah, pattern.
And the button pad.
With all the buttons. So I thought these were super cute. Uncle Sam's Clothesline. And that's by Raise the Roof.
I love that.
And this one.
We may have to take a dog intermission. Hold on one second.
And we're back. Maybe. So this is one, my husband actually found this. He knows I love the beach. I love Christmas. It's the Stony Creek collection, A Very Merry Beach. So it just looks like Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus's beach chairs.
I love that.
Relaxing after a hard night's work, I'm sure. December 26th.
I love that, Emma.
And then this one
oldie.
is Birds of a Feather, Lost Spirits, which I really like this one.
Gosh, I love
I think that's going to be fun. It also looks like it might be pretty quick other than the fill-in for the jack-o'-lantern.
Right.
Sorry about the glare. So Birds of a Feather, which I have not stitched from other designs. I haven't
No,
really
these
seen
are
them.
old. Does it say what
So,
year? No.
Does not say, but I'm sure
These
we
are
can find out. So I really like that one. And this one, they had a bunch of cute little Prairie Moon designs. I ended up getting the Bone Cheeks because it reminded me of Dia de los
Prairie Moon.
Muertos. So there's
This is a classic.
Prairie Moon Bone Cheeks, which I just think those colors are going to be so nice.
2011.
Oh, goodness.
12 years now.
Feels like it was just yesterday.
Just yesterday.
So I've got that, and then I kitted up.
2011, you were still in high school. Were you or middle
I
school?
was in middle school.
Practicing y'all's dances
Yeah.
with
High
your
school
friends.
musical.
Yeah.
So I also kitted up a few things. So this is all the floss from what I kitted up, just DMC. And I ended up, so I've got all the floss for It's Practical Magic by the Primitive Hair. So got that. And I've also got some fabric while I was there to stitch this on. So for the practical magic, sorry for the crinkle and the dog barking. Dun, dun, dun. I'm going to stitch it on Ruby. It is a, let's see, Zweigart light top even weave 28 count Lugana. And so I'm gonna stitch the practical magic on this, which I just think, I don't have the floss separated yet, but I really do think that that's gonna be an amazing fit for the fabric.
I love that.
So I've got that. I'm excited to start on that. I might start on that when we go to Ohio. We'll see. And then, can't find my other one. Oh yes, so I've got this.
Ooh.
It's the Little Stitcher Legends for Halloween, the Haunted Mausoleum of Julia Lagar, which I've been wanting to do this for so long. I finally got it
take that with
all
us.
kitted up. Yeah, that's
My
probably what I'll
daughter in
do.
Ohio lives right beside a
A
cemetery.
cemetery.
Like you could see it from her living room window.
Mm-hmm. And this one is 28 count mushroom Lugana, and I'm going to stitch that on this, which I just
Gonna
think those
be
colors are
perfect.
going to stand out on that. So I've got that kitted up. And I also just got a piece of orange fabric. I've got a lot for just like the plain 310. I,
didn't
feel
see
like
that.
will
Where'd
be
you get
good.
that?
They have a little bin near the, so you know if they got the center with the cash register and stuff, where they cut the fabric, or the little section where they pack stuff up. There's drawers with just
Stitchy
little,
Kitten.
yep, Stitchy Kitten.
Oh, well,
So
I
I've got
missed that.
Mhm.
I must
They
have
just
been
got a bunch of scraps.
running my mouth.
No.
Hold, please.
And we're back. So with this next pattern, I actually kitted this up as well. It's Jan Hicks Creates Feliz Navidad. And this was part of Market as well, so it was in that back room. Which I thought this one was so pretty. And I think for the fabric, I'm actually going to stitch this on mushroom as well. And I went ahead and got all the called for
these are so
floss.
pretty.
So it's Weeks Dye Works and then a Classic Color Works. But I just
And those
think
are very-
those
don't
are
you
going
think
to
those
be
are
very
very Feliz
fitting.
Navidad?
Oh yes, and just on that fabric, I feel like they're really going to stand out. So, got this kitted up.
I love that, Emma.
Jan Hicks Creates. And then let's see the last thing, which I don't know what fabric I'm going to use for this yet, but this is a map of South
Why don't
Carolina.
you just go with the white?
Yeah,
Or natural, maybe.
because it looks like she did it maybe on like a blue or a white. But it's the Map of South Carolina by Sue Hillis Designs. So got this, and it's got Charleston called out, Myrtle Beach. I'm also gonna add Bluffton because that's where my husband and I met. I just thought that was so cool.
At the Kitchen Stitcher.
Stitchin' Kitten.
Stitching Kitten. She actually has the original pattern on the wall.
Like in pencil, it was amazing to see. And so
It was Sue Hillis's original pattern, and
Yep.
it's written out, and she has it framed and up on their wall. I loved it.
right above these. So I'm really excited to stitch this. Got all the colors for it. Just gonna pick out a fabric. And then I think that's all. I've also got this little needle minder from Stitchin' Kitten, which is just their logo and their phone number. We've got that.
And we're going to include that below, and also their store hours, which are right now I think she's Tuesday through Saturday 10 to 6, but we'll include all that below.
Sounds good. And then my last thing for my haul, which I actually got this from Thrift Books. It's a website that I really like to go to, especially when you're trying to find an older book.
Yep.
So it's the Cross Stitch Before Dyeing, First Time in Print, and Embroidery Mystery by Amanda Lee. So I've started that. I've never read the series before, so I'm really excited. This is part of my little cross
I'm
stitch
going to
haul.
show one that I
haven't
have
really
that
gotten much into it.
I take to StitchCon every year, and I bring home every year. So it likes to travel to Cincinnati, but I haven't read it yet, but I'm going to start.
That
Are we
was
going to do a read along?
yeah. Let's do it. I love to read. So that's right down my alley. But
All right,
yeah, that was my mess of a haul.
there we go. I think I'm just going to jump in and start grabbing things. I showed this a couple of videos back. It is Stony Creek Winter Bell Pull, and I bought the and cloth fabric, and I bought the pull, the little, it's a cardinal, so I have the whole set, and I kitted it up. This is all the floss. I know that's a way to handle it, but it's a lot of floss. So I kitted that up at Joann's. I kitted these up. Let me show you guys some other stuff. Sorry for the reach. I purchased this on Etsy. It is a Plum Street, yep. Plum Street His and Her Thanksgiving stockings. And these stockings look super easy. Like super quick.
Yeah.
And I thought they would be cute hanging from the fireplace. So, and I'm sure I'll do it on a, calls for a 35 count Old Town blend, but I am more than positive that I will stitch it on a 28 count. And I also picked up the little, you can see there's little buttons. And I purchased all this on Etsy.
Ooh.
So I did get that. When we were at Joann's, I picked up more bobbins, because you know this is the only way.
Never have too many.
That's the only way I can do things. I found some, this was at Joann's. They had some Lori Holt, and it's So Emma.
Oh.
I've been wanting to order this one. So I
I
found this
love
at
the
my
colors
local
on that.
Joann's. Autumn Love cross stitch, 187 by 217. So it is a big one. I won't start it this year just because we're already into September, so fall's gone. And I picked up, is this Granita? It's So Emma. And I love how it looks like a little quilt square. They have some examples of different, I haven't decided what color. I may just go with blue because I have a lot of blue.
I really like
I know you can't see it, but my dining room is partially blue. Half of it's blue. So I picked that up. Kendall informed me that they would no longer be supporting the Just Cross Stitch, no, they're not supporting Just Cross Stitch, but the paper magazine, or the, not paper, but the
like
digital magazines. So I picked up I'm a tried and true just cross stitch girl. Sometimes I love everything, sometimes I don't, but that's okay. So I'm gonna have to start getting them all in print. I think I'll go ahead and subscribe to the print option. And they actually had a couple of representatives from Just Cross Stitch at StitchCon this year. And Emma and I did sit in on the meeting.
Which I love that. That was
And
really
that was
cool
a lot
they
of
did
fun.
that.
And it was super great to meet them, and they wanted feedback, and it was fun to just talk back and forth. We went to, this was the grocery store part. I picked up, this is Country Sampler. Deb from Country Stitchers, her home is actually featured in this magazine. So of course I had to support our FlossTubers. And she has a lovely home. It's a cabin home, which is super fun for me because our plan is to sell in 3 years and relocate to the North Carolina mountains. So that's a lot of fun. Oh, I ordered from Just Another Button Company. This is for my buzzards roost in. All buttons.
Oh, yes. I love those. I love a good button.
Yeah. So I ordered that. And then we, of course, did go to the Stitching Kitten. And I tried, sorry, allergies. I dusted yesterday, so killing me. But we did go to the Stitching Kitten, and I took several patterns to kit up because let's just face it, if I never bought another pattern, I would still have too many to ever complete in this lifetime. So I took my ornaments all around, Linden's Place.
I love that one.
And kitted it up. And between what she had and the beads I had, I was able to almost fully kit up.
Nice.
So I have this, and I don't know where I stuck the beads. Where in the world did I stick the beads? But this is just all of the DMC. So that, as you can tell, that's just gonna be beautiful.
It's gonna be beautiful. I love all those colors.
Yeah, I'm super excited with that. I stitched up an oldie but a goodie, Spirit of Christmas Mystery Sampler. This is Lizzie Kate. And she didn't have all of the floss, but she had several. I've had this since it came out, and I've just decided it is time to get some stitching on it. This is another freebie. You go to, again, we'll put it below the Plum Street. This is Ajax.
Yeah.
The Plum Street Samplers. I think it is a blog spot. But she has a 12 Days of Christmas, which I don't have the photo complete because I don't believe that it's on there. So just real quick. If you go, it is free. I'm going to do this on some kind of, maybe like ale, something dark.
Oh, I like that.
And I'm going to do it all in one color. I think it may have called for 2. But I picked out Apple Fritter.
Oh, I love the variation.
From Classic. It's not coming through totally. It's a little bit darker than what it's showing. So I chose that for this one. And then I kitted up these, which I've also had for a very long time. Hands-on Design. These are her, I can't remember if they had a White Christmas, I believe. But I have Noel. I have White Christmas Reindeer Games.
Oh, I love that
I
one.
love that one. White Christmas Luminaria Lane. White Christmas Tree Farm.
Oh, that one's super cute. I love the
Oh,
farm.
pardon, my stomach is growling. We'll tell y'all all about what we're gonna have for lunch in a minute.
Oh, yes.
This is Cut and Carry. This is North Pole Trading Company.
That one's cute.
And this, I love this one. Dear
Oh, yeah.
Tear.
I love the tray.
Look at these. How beautiful are these? It's all of the called for. Kathy Haberman always knows what she is doing. So, I kitted those up. I took this blackbird that I've had for quite a while. Merry Christmas. I showed, actually is what I was trying to say, showed Emma that she has a Feliz Navidad as well.
Yes, which I have that in my cart.
Which all of the colors weren't available, so I picked up what she had. And look at this amazingness.
Oh, those are pretty.
So,
I love that.
I kitted that up. Oh, I found
The
the,
beads.
for autumn all around, the Kreinik and the beads. And I'm short 1 bead and I believe 1 Kreinik. You can see this was my bead from home. This is how I store my little, yeah. Okay, good. I don't have to relocate that. And then, sorry for the crinkle, but let's get into what I found at Stitchy Kitten. And I first want to show you, you purchase anything there, it comes in her purple bag.
I love it.
Which I like purple.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people are kind of feel adverse to purple. First thing I picked up, because I love ink circles as well, is Assembly Required. And this is all done in a DMC color variation, cotton floss. It is 4072, which actually we had been told was no longer in stock or available. So what did I do? I went to Amazon and bought the color variation pack that actually contains 4072. I believe it's this one.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to Barefoot Needleart on their last live on their Facebook, they actually have converted it. And so they have like 3 or 4 different options for floss that basically looks.
Fits that.
So if you don't want to go to Amazon and spend $10 for one skein, basically, you could do that. I love, finally, a Farmgirl Witching Hour.
Oh, I love that. I didn't see that one. That one's super
I
cute.
know. I tried to show you, but man, you were like a grease lightning in that place.
Kind of close it.
This is from the Proper Stitcher, Annie. She's a new designer. But she has some cute
adorable.
patterns out.
Mm-hmm.
She does such a great job. She also has a FlossTube Proper Stitcher, and I'm going to remember to include that below for you guys. She shows all of her new patterns, so it's definitely something you need to see. Okay, Prairie Moon.
Oh, I love
3
that one.
amigas. And so when we do relocate my husband, his office, I'm doing that 99 bottles of beer on the wall,
Mm-hmm.
which is ink circles for that. And then I thought that would be precious.
Yeah, I love it.
He lived in Texas for quite a while growing up. They kind of moved around, but that's what he would call, I guess, where he was originally from.
Home, so,
Yeah. And so that was right down his alley. Vickery collection. I love Vickery collection. I've never stitched one.
Gotta stitch it.
But this is Santa's office. How cute is that?
That's amazing. I love those colors.
Vickery collection. Picked up that. Picked up Blackbird Designs Pumpkin Farm. I love that. I'm not necessarily a true sampler stitcher. I have some, but I don't know. I pick them up as I see them, but I do like this sort of thing. So cute. And I just like, my stomach is really growling. I like to purchase patterns that I know I can put up in my house and can decorate with. And with having an open concept, you don't necessarily have a ton of wall space.
Yeah.
So I picked up Shepherd's Bush Autumn. I love Shepherd's Bush. And you know why I picked this up? That's a little witch.
Oh my goodness. That is the cutest thing. Are those
Isn't it
buttons
cute?
on the top row?
I think so.
Ooh.
But yeah, this witch, she sold it for me. So I picked up that. I found a needle minder that is Stitchy Prose. I'm gonna pick that up at Stitchin' Kitten, and I looked and Stitchy Prose has an Instagram.
Oh, so we'll add that to
So
the
we're
description.
going to add that. We may have a lengthy description, but we are hoping to include everyone.
Yep.
And then I think that was it for my actual haul.
That was a good haul.
Isn't that good? But we had Stitchy Kindness, and I want to share it all with you guys. Sorry for the close up. Nobody needs that. Our good friend Angie spoils us completely rotten.
Which I don't think I've seen all these yet. Like in
For
person.
FaceTime? No, not in person. She sent us a sweet little card. Angie is one of the most lovely people you would ever have the pleasure to meet. She was one of our table mates from StitchCon 2 years ago. Last year she went to A and we went to B, and we're hoping this year that we can coordinate up, because I'd love to see Angie and Jean again. Well, we'll see them either way.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if they're there, we're gonna make it happen. But I'm gonna show you that everything that she blessed us with this week. And Angie, thank you so much.
Yes,
we
thank
love you
you
so much, and you know I'm already stitching one of them. You know we're gonna get to stitching. But let me go ahead and show you guys what we received. Plum Street Samplers Pomegranate Santa. How cute is that?
Adorable. I love that one.
Love that. Now this was in the running for between this or Salem Sisters.
Oh yeah.
This is Plum Street 'Tis Halloween.
Oh,
I don't think
the
I'd ever
witch in
seen
the
this one
sleigh.
before. Plum Street 'Tis Halloween. I love this one. Another itty bitty pattern, Jolly Jack. All through the night is what it says on the back. There we go. Super cute. Oh, you know how I feel about my mice. Brenda Gervais, Mary Mouse. How I feel about my mice, like on cross stitch. I don't want them in person, please. Twisted Threads, which I have some Twisted Threads that are itty bitty, and actually a little star that it came with. Maybe I'll try to find that and show up sometime. But this one's cute. Halloween.
I love
I thought this looked perfect for something Emma Kay would love to stitch. Cricket Collection. Bon Appetit. How cute are they?
Adorable.
Cooking it up. Cricket Collection, Playing with Jacks. I love this.
Oh, I love those pumpkins.
So cute. I've never seen this one either. Plum Street Sampler Stranded Jacks.
That's so cute.
I've never seen this.
Is the bottom one on a sailboat? That is amazing.
Let's see, I'm trying to see. I also love that every single pattern, she includes a scripture. How amazing is that? I just like to, it was the same with like the Find the Witch's face, and it's like
Yeah.
her pattern is like a game. It's fun. She just puts a whole Plum Street sampler. She puts so much into every design. The Drawn Thread, I love this one. Full Moon.
Oh, I
And that's around. This might go on my larger bucket.
Yeah,
Or not bucket, but
little tin galvanized thing.
that bowl thing. Threadwork Primitives, Jack in the Hat.
I love that one.
How cute. That is just adorable. Plum Street Samplers, Kringle and Woolard. I love that one as
I
well.
love seeing that.
And this one, I told Emma, I was like, honey, I know you love Halloween, but Mama is going to have to stitch this one. This is All Hallows Eve Sampler. John Elliott
I
design.
love that one. I love the sampler, so I'll be stitching it after you.
Yeah, Emma's interested in sampling. Sampling.
Sampling.
You know what I mean. And it came in this.
Oh, I
How
love
adorable is that?
That's adorable.
She never misses a beat. So thank you so much, Angie.
Yes, thank you.
We love you so much, and we look forward to seeing you next year. It'll be here before we know it. It's already
Time flies.
time does fly, so it's already September. I think that was our haul. Let's see. What kind of plans do you have, Emma, coming up? Oh, wait a minute. I didn't show my book. One second. Oh, pardon my reach.
Gives me time to think about plans.
The Stitching Hour.
That's in the series.
Yep. And like I said, this has made probably 3 trips to Ohio. And it always comes right back.
I think that's the one that's set in the fall. Mine's set in springtime.
It says Marcy's Shop. I wish I had my glasses.
I
Marcy's Shop, the 7-year stitch. It's what a cute name
I
for
love
a
that.
shop. Is a year old this October, so it's time to party. And it's set in Oregon. Aside from Halloween decorations and festive stitching kits and patterns, Marcy has all sorts of celebratory swag, including 7-year stitch key. What was it? 7-year stitch key rings and goodie bags. Unfortunately, her new neighbors may spoil the revelry. An eccentric couple has opened a haunted house next door, and all that screaming will certainly scare off her customers. But there's even more to be frightened of after a local waitress is found on a sidewalk with the mysterious marking on her neck. And one of Marcy's key rings found beneath her. How did Marcy swag get under her? With no time to hem and haw, Marcy must act fast if she hopes to restore the peace in Tallulah Falls.
Oh, I like that one.
So yours isn't set in October?
No, mine's set in the springtime. Essentially, it says Marcy's mom, Beverly, is the costume designer for a lavish Bollywood-style production. Someone suggests Tallulah
Say
Falls.
Bollywood? Oh.
Tallulah Falls as a great place to shoot part of the film. Everyone at the embroidery shop and around town is in a flutter that a glamorous movie production is taking place in their midst. But when the star of the film is found murdered, the police suspect Marcy's mom, who made it no secret she did not care for the diva's attitude.
Uh-oh.
And so she's trying to clear her mom's name.
I'm hooked to the...
Oh no.
Okay, I'm fine. So yeah, that is officially it
Yes.
for haul.
Oh goodness.
But our plans, we have family dinner tonight.
Yep.
And we're actually going to be missing one. My daughter who teaches is sick as she spends, poor thing, a lot of her year elementary school sick, which I can understand her pain, because when mine were little and I was PTA, I was the holiday mom. And so I did holiday shop every single year for like 5 or 6 years in a row. Ran it, bought the stuff, organized the stuff, worked every day. So that was usually like the second week in December. And I always, every single year, caught strep throat.
Not good.
So then I would come home after being with those little sweeties for a week and have to lay in bed for like 10 days. Recuperate at the nick of time right before Christmas, so I can feel her pain. But so she won't be here tonight.
We'll FaceTime.
We will FaceTime. Her significant other's going to come by though, and I'm going to make them a plate so we can FaceTime and have family dinner that way. So we'll make the best of it.
Work.
Yeah, for sure. And Em and I are headed out of town.
Yep.
We have a trip planned. We're going to get to see that sweetie grandchild of mine. I cannot wait. But we're also planning a trip to Peller's Mall and Keepsakes.
Of course, yep. Got
So
to.
I think
be
we'll
in
film
town.
some there. And if you live in or around Cincinnati, or will actually be right outside of Cincinnati,
Mm-hmm.
and you'd like to meet up just for a hi or coffee or whatever, please leave us a message or email us below, and we would absolutely love to meet you. We're so blessed to be a part of this community, and we thank you guys very much for being so welcoming to us, and we really appreciate it. So Emma and I have a trip coming up, and we're excited about that. We have to decide what we're taking.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get over to the Peller's Mall. We've talked so much about it though. What are the chances there are no more stitches to save?
I'm sure there's always stitches to save.
So we're gonna do that. Try to take a little video to include for you guys, and other than that,
No
I
big
think that's our
plans.
next week. Like I said, Spooky September starts on Friday,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll be back next weekend. We're gonna try, like I said, to get a couple of uploads just to include for you guys. It won't be like a traditional video like we're doing right now,
Yeah.
but we'll do that as soon as we get back, and I'm sure we'll have more haul to share.
Then we know what to do.
We're going to
with.
Keepsakes. We can't wait to see Barbara.
Mm-hmm.
Steph won't be there. They're doing Dutch Mania
Mm-hmm.
in Amsterdam. So I am keeping up with her on Instagram. Her daily post, all their adventures. You know, I looked it up because she kept posting pictures of bicycles. Do you know they say the average adult, from what I looked up, bikes 600 miles a year,
Oh wow.
and they say teenagers bike twice as much.
That's good though. That's some good exercise. Good for the environment.
So I would love to do that. And I'm like, if we
Yeah.
biked around here, can you imagine? Honk, honk.
That's what my father
off the
loves
road.
biking. He probably bikes like 30 miles a day.
Somebody
Something
probably
crazy like that.
throw a Coke out the window at us or something. I mean, it would be rough trying to bike around here, wouldn't it?
Yes. It
Trash
would.
man's like, get
I
out of
don't
the
think there's even
way.
bike lanes here.
No. But anyway,
Hmm.
that seemed like a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what we have going on. We got some shout outs
Yes.
from the last time we were here. And I wanted to mention Floss, Boss, and Cousins. We love you guys. Half of the cousins were under the weather, and now she is on the mend. And so that's exciting. And Motor City Stitchers, they just posted yesterday, and she is now actually Stitchers.
Ooh.
Sam is joining their duo, so we're gonna leave a link to them. And I think she's been to StitchCon the last few years also, but they usually do A.
Mm-hmm.
So we haven't met them in person, but super sweet young girls. They are so fun to watch. And the scrappy chick is actually, her name is Cindy Garrison on FlossTube, and we're gonna put a link to her as well. She's revamping her stitching room. She
That's
quilts,
exciting.
so she posted a beautiful quilt, and she does a lot of stitching, and she's super sweet, and I think you will enjoy her FlossTube. So we're gonna include her below. And I think that pretty much wraps up our stitching.
Yeah. A
So
lot to go through.
if you were here for the stitching, we appreciate you. And again, feel free to message us or leave a comment. I do try to respond to each and every comment if I can. If it's a week that nothing's going too awry. And we'd love to chat with you guys. And we'll leave our Instagram. I try to every day, at least a story. Is that what it's called? The quick ones?
Yep, on Instagram.
Every day, and keep up with you guys that way. And so we're going to do a little, I guess, Pandora parade.
Yes.
But if you were just here for the stitching, we love you guys. And we will see you next time, hopefully next week.
Yep.
So, oh, wait. One last thing. We want to talk about our lunch today.
Oh, yes.
We are going to try that Chick-fil-A
The chicken pimento
hot honey
chicken
sandwich. We're going to
I'm
get
excited.
one,
I love pimento.
and we're going to half it.
Mm-hmm.
And see how that goes. Oh, I should have told him to get a gluten-free bun. That's okay. It'll just be half. That won't count. So we are, that's for lunch. That's why my stomach growled this whole entire video. But we are super excited for that. So anyway, we will catch you next week. Maybe we'll tell you how we like that new sandwich. And this is this is Ajax. That's my weenie dog. And he says goodbye. We're going to get into our Pandora.
Yep.
Bye. All right, guys. We are back with our Pandora show.
Yes.
You want to get started?
I will. So you started my Pandora when I was in like middle school. So a lot of my charms are from then. So my birthday's in February, so I've always been a bit of a Valentine's baby. So I've got these 2 charms for Valentine's Day. Got this angel on Christmas, my Sweet 16, soccer, because I always played soccer, 4th of July, and then a little Zodiac Aquarius symbol, a sombrero from when I went to Mexico with my husband, a paw from when we got Ruby, the crazy wing bean you heard barking. And then this is from when I got engaged. It says, what does it say? I love you forever on the back. Then we've got this owl from when I graduated. We've got the wedding. Oh. Then we've got a cruise ship from when I went on a cruise for my honeymoon. We've got a happy birthday with heart balloons. And then a little angel. So we've got those. And then this is my Disney Pandora. I don't have a whole lot. So I actually got this from my husband the first Christmas we had started dating. He got me the little Mickey bracelet. Then we've got Snow White, because that's one of my favorite princesses. Mickey and Minnie, Mrs. Potts and Chip, and then Olaf. So that's my Disney bracelet. And then this is my summer/ocean bracelet. I love the beach, so I always try to add on charms each year. So we've got just the blue crystals, a sapphire, little conch, dream catcher, seashells.
Emma loves to save the sea turtles.
Yep, sunset.
That's her biology conservationism.
Yes, it is. And then I've got 2 of those blue glass charms, little octopus, and a narwhal. Yep. She's upside down, so I'll have to fix them, but yep. Those are my Pandora.
That's your Pandora.
Yes, ma'am.
This is my very first Pandora, which you guys were babies, I believe. We still lived in Washington when I started this one, so I don't really wear this one anymore. But this is like a little tiger's eye. These are hearts. That's just a little spacer. I have a little like wedding pillow.
Oh.
A J, an anchor. My husband is career Navy. And then a pineapple, because that we met in South Carolina. We've lived in South Carolina most of our adult life. And that pineapple signifies welcome. And that is a Charleston thing.
Yep.
I got these when we lived in Virginia Beach. This is one of their leather wrap bracelets. But we were at the beach, so I liked this little turquoise dangle.
Oh, that's pretty.
This is an owl that's upside down. A heart, one of their little white crystals, and then this is that, what is that, the eye? It's supposed to catch
any bad juju.
Ooh, there we go. And then my husband, which I need to, they don't come with, but we purchased the little polishing cloths. But my husband purchased this for me when he was overseas, so it's all like charms from London. Crown.
Yeah. Let me zoom in on that.
Big Ben. This is like the little, like on the castle, that lion thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then this is a, like, teapot.
I love that.
So, again, he purchased that when he was, one of his deployments, he was overseas. So those are the 3 that I don't really wear, but I, of course, keep them. I love them. And then these are the ones that I wear daily. And this is, okay.
I got you. There we go.
Hearts. We started this, I got this one for my birthday in January of 2020. So we started this one and I was like, I want to do a bracelet for every year for all the events we do. Well, it was 2020. So we did a whole bunch of nothing. But we started off with Valentine's. And then we went to
St. Patty's.
Easter. Mother's Day. Spring was a B. This was a July 4th. And then this is a Know Your, oh, what is this? Oh, my birthday. I don't know how that got put in that right there because it should have been at the big, oh no, because this started This is it.
So that was your 2020,
That
just
was
the
my-
holidays.
2020.
Like we stopped at 4th of July.
But then we started with 2021, which was my big birthday. I turned 50. And so that's the 50. And then know your needleworker tag. I love space, all things space. So my husband bought me an astronaut and a moon, a garnet. I'm a January baby. More February for Valentine's. J. And then we went to the beach. And so shells, cute little fish. Then it was summer. So this is a firefly and it actually glows in the dark.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then this, what's that say?
It says, this
it's
is our
Mother's Day.
happy place.
Oh, I think it's a Mother's Day, like a home.
Home is where the heart is.
This is a
kind of
compass.
thing. Ooh, I love
And
that
then these
one.
are just the blue ones, like the spacers.
Mhm.
Well, this is kind of, it's not a spacer. It's one that keeps it from
falling
falling
off. I think I
off.
got you that one last time.
Yeah.
on the cruise.
So if you have a Pandora, I highly recommend that. Or every time that you undo this clasp, this is just a snake bracelet. That's what it's called. But if you don't have these little stoppers, then every time you take your bracelet off,
It'll come
you're
flying. I
gonna
need
lose
a stopper.
every one that you have. And so this one does not have a stopper yet.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the one that I was given for 2022.
I think.
So that's where we're at. And this is a coffee cup. I think a lot of these were gifts from my kids for Christmas. These are mom paw print for those wonderful weenie dogs. And then this is a little boy because I became a Mimi.
Yep.
I'm a precious, precious little boy. So that's my 2022.
/ 2023, I guess. Yeah,
2023.
we're almost in 2024.
And then my husband purchased me this. It's a bangle. And so all of these are rose gold. And he just purchases these for occasions. So mom, a garnet. I'm going to look through them real quick before I show them to you. A heart, a rose gold. What are these called? Just a sparkly, I don't know what that is.
Just like
This one.
gem charm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just call them little charms.
And then more hearts, and then a mom. But I love this one. And again, every charm that he purchases for this one has some rose gold on it.
Love it.
And so we'll just look again real quick at the current ones that I wear. And I pretty much wear these 3 every day. And
Trying to get
it
it
doesn't
to...
want you to see us anymore. So that is going to be our cue to go. Our lunch is here, so we're going to go try our new Chick-fil-A. And hopefully this won't take a million years to upload. I know we have some barking to cut out.
Some
and
edits.
some we froze at one time, but we did not want to keep you guys waiting anymore. So we appreciate you hanging out with us. Downstairs is really hard to video.
Yes.
Real life's happening.
But the background is...
But we appreciate you guys, and we hope to see you in a week. And for now,
Bye.
bye.